Okay, so we have this function f of x where it's equal to x to the third power minus 5. They tell us that it's 1 to 1. We could also kind of think of that this way. A normal x cubed is here, and then this minus 5 would mean it moves it down 5. So this point where it flips would be just down there. So you don't see any x value that has more than one wire. You'd see a point above and directly below itself, like on the pink line itself. So it is 1 to 1. Then find the inverse. So to find the inverse, f of x is like a y. And then there's different variations of how you can do this. I think the most common one that you'll see explained how to do this is for an inverse, you flip the x and the y around. So this is going to look like that. And now we're supposed to solve for y. To get y alone, first thing I'd do is add that 5 to the other side. So now I've got x plus 5 equals my y cubed and cube root both sides. And so to undo a cube, that's a cubed root, right? Or a 1/3 power, 1/3, 1 over 3 power. But this is probably the most common way to see this one written. So for my problem right here, I would have just typed in here SQRT on the keyboard, shortcut for the square root. Oh, this isn't a square root, though. This is a cube root. So the cube root, I'm not sure. If you click in there, you can get the computer keyboard to pop up to do it. But like I said, we can just put this in as a 1/3 power. Remember, that means the same as a cube root. So I'm going to go ahead and just do it that way, so I don't have to waste time looking for how do I get the cube root symbol. So I probably would maybe have to do this x plus 5, the caret in parentheses 1 divided by, or not necessarily the divided by symbol, the slash. So this is what I would type to get that up there for my answer. Was there something else that asked? Find the inverse and graph each of them on the same. So the pink one right here is my original, and then a cube root. The cube root graph is going to be sort of like that. But then remember, it's got a plus 5, so it's been moved 5 to the left. So like over here, when you had the cube root of 8, that equals 2. So if you put in an 8 over here, you're up at 2. So then I'm going to move over here. Remember, this is a left 5. So at -5 would be where I start. And if I go 5 or 8 to the right of that, that'd be at 3. I would go up 2 to set my next point. So that's an example of how I could do that one.